folks used to own a place down in Tillamook, and they've got something similar down there. Similar, but way different. It's down there with all those cows. They just shovel everything into it.
No matter where you're going, here's a place where you can take comfort in the knowing that whether if you've come to stay a while or just passing through, this door is open to you. Come and let's be silent. Come and share a hug. Come, let's pray together. Come love and be loved. From the blissed out to the turned out, from the pampered to the abused, this door is open to you. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you. The God in you. Whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open to you. If there's some kind of trouble or pain you're going through, know that you are not alone and someone cares for you. As an individualization of divine point of view, this door is open to you. Oh, this door is open. This door right here, this door is open to you. Is open for you. This door is open to you. This door is open. I'm talking about this door. This door is open. I said this door is open to you. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you. The God in you. Whether you're black or white or gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open to you.
Good morning, Unity.
Good morning.
Hope you all are doing fantastic and that you will join us on Singing Join Together. We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in love. We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in love. We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in love. We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in love. Love, 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 joined together, together in love. Love, 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 joined brothers, we are sisters, joined together in joy. We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in joy. We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in joy. We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in joy. Joy, 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 joined together, together in joy. Joy, 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 joined together, together in joy. We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in peace. We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in peace. We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in peace. We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in peace. Peace, 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 joined together, together in peace. Peace, 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 joined together, together in peace. We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in love. We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in love. We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in love. We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in love. Love, 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 joined together, together in love. Love, 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 joined together, together in love.
Oh, thank you. And we welcome you this morning to Unity Spiritual Center of Portland. As we gather both in this space and with our virtual family, we recognize that we truly are joined together in love. With love as that quantum essence, that field that connects us all. We get to remember that that divine aspect of the infinite moves through each of us, every being, everywhere. And if you haven't breathed that in yet, I'd invite you to do that right now. Just breathe in that knowing, because what we're doing as humanity right now is allowing that knowing to move through us, as us, each of us in our individual ways and our ability to touch life in the world around us. I'm Reverend Lisa Davis. I'm the senior minister here, and my pronouns are she and her, and today we have an opportunity to do a couple of things. First of all, we're going to both celebrate Father's Day, and we're going to celebrate Juneteenth and being alive. If we haven't celebrated that, we're celebrating all of that. And I want to start as a moment, because as we celebrate Father's Day, we honor fathers, grandfathers, mentors, teachers, and all of those who have embodied nurturing guidance in our lives. And yet, beyond celebrating fathers, we have the opportunity to look at and to celebrate the divine masculine, which is in every being. And to allow ourselves to say, how does that show up in me? And how do I allow that to bless me? And, in New Thought spirituality, which Unity is a part of, that ancient wisdom and that new thought, we understand that God is not a person sitting somewhere up in the heavens, but instead infinite presence, divine life, universal intelligence expressing through all of creation. All of creation. And that's the big piece right now, anybody notice, in our country, expressing through all of creation. And therefore, the masculine and feminine are not genders, but they're spiritual energies, qualities, and expressions of the divine, and those too exist in all of us. And so as we understand that and live that, the divine masculine isn't about domination, control, or power over others, although you may have seen that and heard that. Instead, it's about spiritual strength, integrity, courage, protection, wisdom, and loving presence. And today we honor all of those who identify as fathers and all who share that divine masculine quality and decide to express it in their lives. So we just say Happy Father's Day in a way, happy divine masculine, and the wisdom that it comes. And I'm going to finish this about Juneteenth, and then we'll move on. But I want to really anchor this as we begin this service, and we will open in prayer, I promise. But Juneteenth is becoming more understood and serves as a day of remembrance as we open to more understand what it means to us and how it moves through our bodies and our minds and our beings and this country, and what it teaches us. We've heard that while the Emancipation Proclamation was signed in 1863, and I don't know about you all, but I got that date in school. I didn't get the date or any information that it was over 2 years later in 1865 that the last of those who were enslaved were released. And that happened as the Union troops finally got into Texas. The last place was Galveston, Texas, and it was that time of literally expressing the freedom that was already known by blacks in this country. They had already embodied it and had not been allowed to live it. In Oregon, it became a celebration, an emancipation celebration, Emancipation Day celebration. They said that in 1911, the celebration here in Multnomah County, every black person in the county was believed to have gone to the Golden West Hotel, that was a black-owned hotel, to celebrate the freedom and the quality of being that they knew they were. And you know, that's pretty powerful if we realize it. And so we're catching up with an understanding, and it has a spiritual meaning for each of us and will teach us and open our hearts. And you know, we gather this morning to open hearts, to come together in consciousness and allow ourselves to be transformed at depth. And so as we open in prayer, if you haven't been yet able to know that you are a creative intelligence, a creation of spirit, of God, of love, of life, and that you are loved, I'd invite you to breathe that in and just allow yourself to know that that God of your understanding resides within you. And we say, yes, infinite spirit. We breathe in the knowing that together we are one. Divine love, divine light flow through us, envisioning the world that works for all. We hold a space of knowing that love lives as us now. And we allow all blocks to this to fall away in our own being. Any places we did not say, yes, it's God, it's light, it's love. And we come together in community saying yes to every being, to connecting, the courage to know the truth of every being and to allow that love to connect us all around this globe. For this opportunity to gather and to hold every soul, every being in our hearts, in our minds, in an enlightenment of love. We say thank you, infinite spirit. And so it is. Amen.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm Beth O'Shields. I'm your administrator. I'm here to share some announcements with you this morning. My pronouns are she and her. It's always a pleasure. So happy Father's Day, dads, male mentors. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you. So you'll get a little honor later on too. Each week we have prayer chaplains who are available to pray with you following the service confidentially, one-on-one. This morning we have Lynn and Annette, and I understand Annette's going to be in the back this morning, so you can meet with one of them following the service. You can also submit a prayer request, which is in the backs of your chairs. Dial-a-prayer is available for you to call during the week, and we do hope you'll join them for the Sunday morning meditations that happen each week in the chapel, 10:30 a.m. before the service. So this community has been thriving these past few weeks, and I want to acknowledge this. And if you didn't already know, we were reminded on Thursday, the most important word in the English language is we. Yes. The picnic was a huge success, and that was with the help of over 16 volunteers and the Coffee and Connection team. It was a wonderful afternoon. The universe supplied a delightful warm breeze that helped with the temps. I want you to go to the website and check out all the beautiful pictures of the joy on the faces of the people who were here. And I want to thank Jennifer King for taking those pictures. Thank you, Jennifer. Lovely. They're up. There's a couple people I want to thank personally, so hold your applause to the end. But Erasmo. I'd say my partner in crime, but we are not conspiring for that. We are conspiring for success in the ministry. And he is making that happen with me. He does so much for all of you at his good pleasure. And we just love you, Erasmo. Thank you. I love you so much. All right. Then we have Kevin Renner, our master griller, Carol Thomas and Deb Goldstein, who held down the food side with all the beautiful food that you all brought. It was just a lovely coming together. And so thank you from all of us for showing up and making that happen. It was one of our best picnics yet, so thank you. I also want to acknowledge our Labyrinth team, who had a beautiful solstice celebration yesterday afternoon over in the East parking lot. Jenny, George, Jamie, beautiful, holding space for walking meditations. Had over 20 people show up. It was really a beautiful thing. So thank you all for coming. Thank you, 3, for supporting that. Yeah, just a beautiful weekend. So we have lots of other group offerings available to share with you in community. The women's group, which typically meets on the second Sundays, are going to meet today following the service. They bumped a week because of the picnic. They're going to be downstairs in the teen rooms. And because it's Father's Day, they've invited Kevin Renner to come and share from his book, In Search of Fatherhood. I love that. So beautiful. Join women. All women are invited. Join them today downstairs in the teen rooms. The LGBTQ group plus allies will not meet here today. They're going to take a field trip over to Park Rose High School to hear the Portland Lesbian Choir, which is going to perform at 3 o'clock. And if you've not ever experienced this, it's fabulous. Fabulous afternoon of music. Tickets are still available. I checked online this morning. And Phoenix told me this morning that they have a free ticket for somebody. So if somebody wants to go and can't afford the $30 ticket, see Phoenix following the service. All right. I also want to mention that Unity of Portland is going to represent on the second weekend of July at Portland's Waterfront Park for Pride Fest. This is the 4th year we've done this, I think, and it's just wonderful. We ask for all of you to consider coming, celebrating, representing Unity down there on the weekend. There's a sign-up sheet out there. They usually do shifts of 2 or 3 hours, and you can sign up for Saturday or Sunday. So I invite you to do that out there. Get your name on that sign-up sheet if you can help them out. During the week, we have Course in Miracles on Tuesdays, 10:30. Always welcome to come and join in that. Chair Yoga and Meditation has 2 more Tuesdays for this round, 4 p.m. Tuesday afternoon. Come and join Lisa Siri for that. Awaken to Spiritual Living is a daytime class, and you can pretty much come anytime. They do a new discussion every week. They invite you to come, get grounded and supported to living the spiritual life. So come and do that. That is on Wednesdays at 1:30. Civics Book Club continues to meet Thursdays at 1. No book purchase necessary. And I have a special announcement for an event a few months away. I know you've heard of Christmas in July. Well, we're doing our holiday marketplace planning in July. And this is good. Each year we invite the community, crafters, makers, into our spiritual home the second week of November to create a magical holiday marketplace. This is the one fundraiser a year where we bring in all of the funds from outside the community into the community. So it's important for all of us to support that. We have a lot of fun putting it together. There's a lot of little jobs to do, and Kelly is making sure that you know what they are and sign up for them, okay? It takes many hands to make light work. These are all very small jobs. You can participate in that. This sign-up's out on the table. Please stop by and look at that for her today. It does take a village, so we appreciate you showing up for that. Excuse me. Okay, now I'm going to turn it over to Sharon Mitchell for a moment, who's going to come up and talk about her CAST book study, which is going to start this Tuesday. Come on, Sharon, come on up. I will say while she's coming up here, it's a Zoom-only class. You can register online or at the table. $100 for the 6-week series or $20 a class. Starts Tuesday, 6:30 to 8:30.
Thank you. My head is still spinning. Yeah, we did this book study 5 years ago. I was blown away too. When Reverend Lisa asked me if I would be willing to bring it back, I had no idea that 5 years had gone by. And one of the things that came to mind for me was a quote from Pema Chodron. Nothing ever goes away until it's taught us what we need to know. And isn't it interesting where we find ourselves 5 years after we did the book study? We had kind of, what I'm sure many of us felt, we had dodged a bullet. We had come through a very, very painful time, including a pandemic of epic proportions that took many lives. And we read that book that was written by Isabel Wilkerson in 2020. And like I said, we thought we dodged a bullet, that it was a knockoff, that it would never happen again, that it wasn't who we are. And what happened? So when Reverend Lisa asked me to visit that very difficult book again, I had to say yes. Because as Pema Chodron says, nothing ever goes away until it's taught us what we need to know. And I'm going to take that a little bit further. It's one thing to know it, but it's like any knowledge that we have. It's what we do with the knowledge that matters. Because you can have a book of knowledge filled with everything imaginable, but unless you respond, you do something, you allow that to evolve you and to evolve who you are individually and who we are collectively, that book sits on a shelf and collects dust. So, we're doing it again. I invite you, even, a show of hands, who has read the book Cast? That is beautiful. You know how difficult this book is. And yet, I encourage you to come back again. Someone asked me if this is going to be Cast 2.0. Yes. We're going to be uncomfortable together. I've started rereading it while I take my walks. And it still pains my heart. But if we don't understand where we came from, we will repeat it again. And I don't know about you, but personally, I know that I am stubborn, and you can have something waving in front of me, telling me this, and I'll go, nope. And what happens when we don't open ourselves up, when we don't listen, when we don't find that place within ourselves? It repeats itself. And I don't know about you, but in my life, when I'm not paying attention, it not only repeats itself, it gets louder and louder and louder until all of a sudden I'm like, okay, I'm listening. So I invite you to be uncomfortable with me as we explore, cast the origins of our discontents, because we have all lost our freedom. And that is what is the key ingredient in reading this book. So, Tuesday nights, starting this Tuesday, 6:30 to 8:30, I encourage you to be there, and let's do this again.
Yes. And thank you for saying yes, Sharon, to doing this again. We appreciate you. Powerful, powerful.
Do that. Before we do that, I'm gonna interrupt. Carol, do you want to come up? One of our board members, Carol Thomas, has something to say.
Okay.
Stay here.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Here I am.
Can I use the microphone? Will Erasmo come up here as well, too, please? Is he still here?
Yeah, he's right there.
Erasmo, thank you. If any of you came to the picnic, I just want you to know that these two people did a phenomenal job. Erasmo got here at 9 a.m., and Beth was here, and they had everything set up. And it was amazing to walk in. Beth told me she had everything downstairs, and it was a good thing because my back had gone out. So I can tell you, Costco will help you shop. And the guys in there will lift the heavy stuff into your basket for you. So it all got done. But bottom line, we also ran out of food, and I'm apologizing for that because we can never predict how much food to get. So if you were at the end of the line, I apologize. We will work on that for next year. However, I have something that the board is giving to Beth and to Erasmo for all their hard work and effort to make the day special.
Thank you. We are mighty. Okay, enough shenanigans for this morning. If you are here for the first time, we are really glad you joined our fun and vibrant community today. We hope that you received a welcome packet on your way in. If you didn't, our ushers have a handful of those. They'd love to put one in your hands if you'll raise it up high so they can see where you're seated. On the back, there's a yellow card, which will get you on our newsletter mailing list. And if you can use a QR code, we'd love for you to do that. That saves us a step. On the front, there's a red rose. If you pull that off and stick it to your name tag, we know who you are, can give you a warm welcome following the service. And we invite you downstairs to Coffee and Connection, where we connect over coffee every week. And it's a wonderful time just to get to know each other and to get to know you better. So thanks so much. Have a wonderful week. Thank you.
All right. Woo, we are so grateful to have all of you here. Do you know, sometimes the message is woven in through the announcements, if you haven't noticed. You know, life weaves all of the messages and all of the ideas and all of the things that we are to learn and to know through all of it. I want to take a moment and just welcome. We have two other Unity ministers that are here today, and I want to welcome Reverend Claudia Olmos. Would you stand up for a moment? She's here for the first time, and I'm so grateful that you're here. And she has blessed our Unity movement in many ways. And Reverend Curtis Cesarato is here as part of the community and the president of the South Central region of Unity churches. And I know that's not the right name, but it's the South Central. And so I just want you to know that she's here as part of this community. And for all of you who are here, what we do know is we're learning by gathering together. Evolution happens when ideas and people and things continue to rise, get higher, and merge together. Rise and merge together. And that's what happens in community. If the words that you hear today work for you, I would encourage you to become a part and to find a place where you can anchor and can touch the world around you and make a difference. And all of it does, whether it's setting up tables or it's teaching classes. It's all a part of building consciousness, and I'm so grateful for that and for being here and being a part. If the words that you hear today don't work for you, that's okay. Find a place that does support you, that does teach a message that knows who you are and supports that. So we're thrilled to have all of you here. We are going to stand and sing. And Sarah, I'm so excited. Sarah Phoenix, I'm so excited to have you with us.
There is just one presence, just one light, shining in the world like a beacon in the night. There is just one power we all can share, one great power everywhere. One great power, one great love, big as the ocean and the skies up above. One great spirit waiting in prayer, one great power everywhere. There is just one purpose, just one spark, burning in our souls like a candle in the dark. There is just one chorus we all can sing, with one great power let it ring. One great power, one great love, big as the ocean and the skies up above. One great spirit waiting in prayer, one great power everywhere. There is just one presence, just one light, shining in the world like a beacon in the night. There is just one power we all can share, one great power everywhere. One great power, one great love, big as the ocean and the skies up above. One great spirit waiting in prayer, one great power everywhere. One great power, one great power, one great love, big as the ocean and the skies up above. One great spirit waiting in prayer, one great power everywhere. There is one great power everywhere.
All right, and we just invite you to turn to those around you with a namaste, a handshake, a hug. If you want a hug, ask for a hug. Introduce yourself. Welcome others. Hey, good to see you. I don't know about you all, but I always feel energized, and I remember who I am as I have the opportunity to remember who humanity is. We see each other and just connecting and having the courage to connect and the compassion to know who we truly are. And part of the foundational ideas that support New Thought and unity as part of that New Thought movement are the ideas that presence and power is within you. And it's not something we think up and put in there. Instead, it is an essence of the eternal. It's God in us. It's whatever that term is, this life, this presence. And we do a short time of meditation here in the service, just reminding ourselves that how we connect with the infinite wisdom and all of the answers that we so desire is within. And so in this time of meditation and listening to the music, I just invite you to remember and anchor the wisdom that is within each of us and allow it to move through you.
I breathe in, I breathe out, I take in, I give out, I let love, I let go, I release, I know, I forgive, I receive, I can feel, I believe, I am healed, I am whole, I release, I know. Breathe, 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 breathe.
As we relax our bodies, quieting our minds, I breathe in deeply, fully, in awareness of the infinite presence. I breathe out cares, concerns. I loose and let go. I breathe in, following that sacred cycle of the breath, turning within to that sacred space. I am one with the presence. Pure presence lives as me now. In every breath, I am love. In the silence, in the silence. Again and again. With that sacred cycle of the breath, I remember I am worthy. I am presence. I am light. And I am love. and for this knowing which flows throughout my being and into my daily thinking and movements and actions. I say, thank you, Infinite Spirit. I am light. And so it is. Amen.
I breathe in, I breathe out, I take in, I give out, I let love, I let go, I release, I know, I forgive, I receive, I can feel, I believe, I am healed, I am whole, I release, I know. Breathe, breathe. Breathe, breathe.
I am light, I am light. 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 I am not the things my family did. I am not the voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. Yeah. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. Yeah. I am light. I am light. I am not the mistakes that I have made or any of the things that cause me pain. I am not the pieces of the dream I left behind. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. Yeah. I am light. I am light. I am not the color of my eyes. I am not the skin on the outside. I am not my age. I am not my race. My soul inside is all light. I am light.
infinity defined. I am the God on the inside. I am a star, a piece of it all. I am light.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Sarah Phoenix. I appreciate you sharing that. I am light. I am light. How many of us wake up in the morning and say that? What would happen? How different would our life be if we did? If we could say, I am not those things that have bound me. I am not those things that someone told me defined me. And we look at the world around us and we begin to say, you are light. And we know it here. What we're learning right now is that it takes time for it to move from our minds to our hearts, to actually have a capacity in our bodies to hold it and to live it, and to begin to be able to hold it and live it and allow it to express through every being. And that's part of the call of the world right now, but also the country. And the ability to see the light in every being. Last night, I got to see with my daughter, brings tears to my eyes, the National Special Olympics opened in Minneapolis yesterday. And there were delegates, including a friend of my daughter's from Oregon, who, if you could see the send-off party at the hotel Thursday night and the excitement, and a woman who I met at the state finals just walking in, screaming and yelling. She was so happy to be there. We looked and we thought, oh my gosh, the people gathering, every one of them, with a young man who had been to 5 of these Special Olympics. They happen every 4 years in this country, and then they'll go to London later this year for the worldwide ones. Every one of them, he said, we're all athletes. And we're good. And I looked at that and I thought, that's what we are. We're all humanity and we're good just as we are. And the learning process, well, I'd like it to be a little different if you want to know the truth. I'm still in a hotel. There's still cat litter on the ground. There's still more things than I'd like to see. And somehow my clothes are now piling up the closet. And you know what? Life is a movement of spirit. Today we're going to look a little bit at the idea of a new freedom, because we might have been told what freedom was. And you know, Fannie Lou Hamer said, no one is free until we are all free. That's where that comes from. And we were taught a different thing. And the ability to know that and to see that is what's going to teach us. In just a minute, Sharon Mitchell's going to come up and share with you some of the ideas, and then I will also. But know the foundation of New Thought, of unity specifically, from Emily Cady, is that every day we choose bondage or we choose liberty, which is freedom. And choosing it is not just in our minds. It's in our hearts and our bodies and our being. So Sharon, why don't you come up and share with us for a little while?
As if you haven't already heard enough. Woo! What? She's coming back? Well, first of all, I want to say, Reverend Lisa, you took the words right out of my mouth. No, it's okay. Because I love how Spirit works. I love the movement of Spirit. I wrote down Fannie Lou Hamer's quote, nobody is free until everybody is free. That means individually, it means collectively. So I want to start by asking a question. You've heard a little bit about Juneteenth, right? How many people in this room knew the origin of Juneteenth? And when did you learn the origin of Juneteenth? I see a few hands. I have a confession to make. I wasn't it might have been in my late 40s, and I'm going to be 70 this year, woohoo! But it wasn't until I was in my late 40s, maybe my 50s, before I even knew what Juneteenth was. Now, you might be saying, oh, but wait a minute, Sharon, you're black. You have to know. No, I didn't know. Because it was a localized celebration of freedom. When I was going to school and there was stuff about slavery, I learned about Frederick Douglass. I learned about Harriet Tubman. And I learned about George Washington Carver, who, in my young mind, it was like, boy, that guy figured out a lot of ways to use a peanut. But I didn't know anything else about that. So I had to do some research. And to tell you the truth, because of my ethnicity, I felt a little ignorant that I did not know the origins of Juneteenth. And then I had to take a breath, and I had to realize that for a lot of people who already knew that, it was because oral history was being brought down from family to family to family, and that oral history was strong and powerful in the South, especially in Texas. In Texas, where after 30 months of the signing of the Emancipation Proclamation, there were 250,000 African Americans who were still in bondage. Because in Texas, they refused to acknowledge the Emancipation Proclamation. And it took 2,000 Union soldiers to come in and to make that happen, to send that word. So when I hear Happy Juneteenth, to me, happy doesn't seem to be the correct word. And I've heard it. And over the years, especially since President Biden made it a federal holiday, all of a sudden we talk about it in terms of Happy Juneteenth. And we see all of these things all over the place. And it's kind of become commercialized. I'm going to speak from my heart right now. And so every once in a while when I hear somebody say Happy Juneteenth, that doesn't land very well for me. Because I think about the fact that there were 250,000 beautiful souls, sparks of the divine, the I am that is within every single one of us, that were still held in bondage. And even after they were supposedly set free, a new bondage came up, a continued bondage, a continued struggle for freedom. Because once the Emancipation Proclamation was put into, federal law, the law of the land, what happened after that? Black codes, sharecropping, Jim Crow. So for me, it's a day of remembrance. And I'm trying not to get too heavy here, but as you notice, I'm not looking at a piece of paper this time. I'm speaking from my heart because I love you. because I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, even through the messy history that we have had, even through our struggles for freedom, our struggles for liberty, our struggles for a greater understanding of ourselves and all of those around us, I believe from the fiber of my being that we are all one. I believe from the fiber of my being that you are a beautiful creation of spirit, that you are a spark of the divine, that you are unique, and that you are made to be unique. Regardless of the color of your skin, regardless of who you choose to love or not love, regardless of any of that, none of that matters to me. But we have to live through it. You know, a couple of months ago, I was thinking of the fact that we are each individually and collectively the universe experiencing itself, God expanding itself. And I came to this conclusion, even with everything that we're experiencing right now in this country, everything, seemingly we're going backwards. Who feels like the freedoms that we have been able to enjoy, the inroads that we have made, the victories that we have celebrated, who feels like at this moment in time it feels like we're going backward? Oh, I'm right there with you. But here's a truth that cuts through all of that. If it is true that we are part of the expansion of consciousness, the universe experiencing itself, expanding, then in a way, we're not going backward. The universe is expanding. Everything that you experience in your personal life expands the universe. It is God experiencing itself. Everything that is happening is a movement in expansion. The choice that we have as individuals is in which direction we choose to be a part of the expansion of consciousness. And that's what came to me, because I'll be honest with you, I see everything that is happening right now, and I go, what? How long? When? This is, let's talk about the 1964 Voting Rights Act. Where is it? Let's talk about all of the supposed freedoms that we have been enjoying or benefiting from. What's happening? What's happening? And it's very easy to become very disheartened and to say it's bigger than me. I can't do this. But I'll tell you, each and every one of you are I quote Reverend Lisa, a beautiful creation of spirit. You are a spark of the divine expressing itself as only you can. So the universe is expanding. But it's up to us to decide in which direction we want to participate in that expansion. Okay? Reverend Lisa loves to say the thing, the universe says, here, let me help you. So the universe, I'm just going to say it, universe doesn't care which way it expands. It's just expansion of consciousness. So like I said, in a way, we're not going backward, we're expanding. So, sit with that. And for me, when it comes to thinking about Juneteenth, It's a day of remembering. You know, later on, I was so happy to know what the songs are going to be following Reverend Lisa and myself getting up here and saying a few words. And I want you to listen with your heart and with your ears and with an open mind. I want you to listen to the words that are going to be sung. Lift every voice and sing. That has a special meaning to me. And the thing is, it's about freedom. It's about the struggle. It's about liberty. It's about the oneness that we all truly do share. You know, something keeps running through my mind right now, and I'm gonna go with it because, like I said, I got a whole bunch of papers over there, but I'm speaking from my heart right now, which is why I'm holding my head. The only thing that separates us, and this is something that you may already know, it's in the book Caste. If you've read the book Caste, Reverend Lisa had so many anti-racism workshops here, so you probably heard this. In our humanness, we are only separated by 0.1%. 99.9% of what is in you, what is in me, is exactly the same. And yet we build all of these big, huge differences between ourselves, when in fact, they're phantoms. There's something that we create to try and make ourselves feel better about ourselves. There's something that we create because we haven't found that within ourselves. But bottom line is, we are all in this together. And as Fannie Lou Hamer says, nobody is free until we are all free. And freedom is not something that's just handed to you. It is, in the bigger scheme of things, it's a birthright. But the way that we are structured in this world, even though we're spiritual beings having a human experience, the human experience is what takes us down all of these deep, dark rabbit holes. So when I think of freedom, and I actually wrote this down because I was struggling a little bit last night, and I reached out to Reverend Lisa when it comes to happy Juneteenth and not remembering Juneteenth. And this is what I wrote to Reverend Lisa. Freedom is an ongoing story that includes struggle, survival, resilience, courage, and love. And I want to add compassion, consciousness, making a conscious commitment to the fact that we are truly one, that we are truly all in this together. And even when you don't feel like you are connected to me and I am connected to you, another beautiful thing that has happened to me as I have opened myself up more and more is this: the source of all life and all breath is breathing through you in this moment. That same source of all life and all breath is breathing through me. That's our connection. That, to me, is the big, blaring notification that we are all one. You reside within me. I reside within you. I am experiencing what you are experiencing, but very uniquely, because in the mystery of things, we are all individual sparks. We are all divine sparks. We are all, in our very uniqueness, a part of the expansion of consciousness. And you do it as no one else can. You do it as no one else can. And to me, there's a little bit of responsibility that goes along with that. I want you to experience freedom. I want you to experience love. I want you to be all that you came here to be. You have a divine plan. I don't know your divine plan. I'm still trying to figure out my own. But I'm open to it. And I believe that unless we are consciously aware of our history, we will repeat it. We will repeat it. So, I do want to talk a little bit about what happened when President Obama and Michelle Obama opened up the Obama Presidential Center. Do you realize it took 10 years? And I Googled that. I wanted to know, how long does it usually take for a presidential library to be opened after a president leaves office? And usually it takes between 5 and 10 years. And the Obama Presidential Center is among the ones that took the longest. Part of that was legal, but part of it was President and Mrs. Obama took the time to listen to what the people of the community were concerned about and addressed those concerns. So I'm grateful it took 10 years. But anyway, I want to read just a couple of excerpts from Michelle's speech, as if I know her personally, Michelle Obama's speech, and President Barack Obama's speech, because it fits in with everything that we're talking about right now. Michelle said, "Failing to see the humanity in all people puts us all on a slippery slope. And once that slide starts, there's no telling where it stops. A dangerous precedent that flies in the very face of our faith and the founding promise of this democracy, that all of us," and she emphasized all of us, "are created equal, that each of us is a child of God with inherent value, and no one, and I mean no one, has the right to sit in judgment of who's American enough." She went on to say, "And that's why, folks, we simply don't have the luxury or time to be cynical or complacent, to wring our hands in despair, to wait for someone else to fix a problem. Because hope is the essential spark that lights the fire of change. But hope is a choice. Whether or not we use our voices to speak up is a choice. Voting is a choice. Being a decent human being is a choice. Believing that we still hold the power to build a country that reflects all of us is a choice." And then Barack Obama. Now that's a wisdom keeper. If I may be so bold to say, I am grateful that that amazing old soul came to be a part of our journey. Barack said, human history was a tale of conquest and caste and rigid hierarchies, a world where the strong dominated the weak, where power and wealth and status flowed through lineage, and the many were ruled by the few. But out of the fire and steel of a revolution, a different story took flight on this continent. A declaration that we are all created equal, endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights, and that in the newly independent United States there will be no kings, no lords, no serfs, no subjects, but only citizens. Each of us free to pursue our own version of happiness and able to determine our collective fate through an elected representative government. It had not been done. And because it had not been done before, the success of this experiment was never a given. In forming our union, the founders fell terribly short of the declarations promised, leaving slavery intact, allowing states to restrict the franchise to white men who own property. But in drafting a constitution, this is how spirit works. I got to stop for just a second. This is the movement of spirit. This is that is a part of the fabric of all of this. He said, but in drafting a constitution and a Bill of Rights, they did have the foresight, the genius, to provide us with a framework that allows each of us, each generation, to make our union more perfect. And over more than 2 centuries, through petitions and protests, marches and strikes, moral appeals from the pulpit and the conversations at the family dinner table, men and women from all walks of life, of every color, every faith, every religion, every region, took up the cause of democracy and made it their own, until we, the people, came to include not just some of us, but all of us. That's an ongoing evolution that we are all a part of. And that's all I have to say.
I love you too, and they love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we are blessed. We are all learning, and I just know that we come here with a reason and a purpose and a heart. And Unity holds those ideas that each one of us has everything we need to do all that is ours to do. We're going to receive our tithes and our love offerings now and just open to the realization, if we haven't been able to download it into actuality in our life, the truth is there's enough right now. All the answers we desire, all the support, all the finances, all of it is available. And we get to be the ones to open up to that story and that idea. As we share our offerings, and there are ways up here that you can do it. There's a white card in the back of the seats if you'd like a little closer view, or if you'd like to use the QR code. It's an opportunity to be a part of a larger acknowledgement of the divinity within each being. So we're going to say our blessing, and I just invite you to hold that into your heart. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, thank you.
Our friend Sarah Phoenix Moon is going to give us a brief history about Lift Every Voice and Sing.
Often referred to as the Black National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing was a hymn written as written as a poem by the NAACP leader James Weldon Johnson in 1900. His brother, John Rosamond Johnson, from 1873 to 1954, composed the music for the lyrics. A choir of 500 school children at the segregated Stanton School, where James Weldon Johnson was principal, first performed the song public in Jacksonville, Florida, to celebrate President Abraham Lincoln's birthday. At the turn of the 20th century, Johnson's lyrics beautifully captured the solemn yet hopeful appeal for the liberty of Black Americans, set against the religious invocation of God and the promise of freedom. The song was later adopted by the NAACP and prominently used as a rallying cry during the civil rights movement of the 1950s and 1960s.
Thank you.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with a harmony of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the presence has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
You're broken down and tired of living life in a merry-go-round, and you can't find the fighter, but I see in you, so we gon' walk it out and move mountains. We gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, high like the waves, I'll rise up, in spite of the ache, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you.
And I'll
Rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, high like the waves, I'll rise up, in spite of the ache, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again.
Thank you. Thank you all. In just a moment, we're going to sing our youth in. Sarah Phoenix, this is what, your third or fourth week here? It's her fourth. This is her fourth Sunday here. She heard us, so thank you. Thank you. And she said, if you're doing a Juneteenth service, I know what needs to be sung. And I appreciate your gifts and your offering to us. Thank you. Thank you. And just as it's been a long service. I appreciate you all just breathing in and the mystery and the movement of love that happens as we do this. I want to take a moment. We're still honoring the same thing. It's souls that have a desire to rise up, which is every one of us. And I want to honor all of those who identify as male. If you have any grandkids or great-grandkids, will you stand for a moment if you're able? Because I know we have beautiful beings in here who do, and I am so grateful. And if you identify as male and have kids or simply identify as male, will you stand? Our youth would like to bring you flowers. And stay standing, all of you. Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate you. Our youth are going to share some flowers with you. We want to say we love you. We acknowledge the divine masculine and the journey we are all on to express the divinity that we have chosen and have been birthed with, and all of the blessings. And Bob, did you get one? Did he? Okay. And I'm so grateful to have this masculinity expressing in so many different ways. Bob, we're glad you're here. Phoenix, we're glad you're here. And Phoenix will be singing a solo today. And we are so glad, Ishmael and Pedro, we're so glad that both of you are here as you parent your beautiful family and bring these ideas. And Rick, we're glad you're here. We're glad all of you are here who are expressing this and sharing this. And Elaine, all of the beauty that happens. And part of that, thank you, thank you. We're going to sing our youth in. I don't know, they may all be in the room right now, but we're simply going to sing them in and know they are the divine expression of the infinite. Wow. Are we?
The star of the morning, you are heaven smiling at us. You're God's gift of tomorrow. Oh, how we love you. Oh, how we love you. You are the star of the morning. You are heaven smiling at us. You're God's gift of tomorrow.
And if you haven't seen Dad live, he's here too.
My name is Bindi, and we made. My name is Bindi, and we made these aprons, and there's a little glove that says. Go ahead. What does it say? It says, "Helping your dad what to do."
And what did you write?
I write it helping you learn English.
Okay, hold it up.
And this is our Father's Day card, and we did it for Mother's Day, and the fathers came down and said, do we get a card too? So the fathers, you have a card, come downstairs and sign your name and a little message to your father. Whether your father is present in this dimension or in other dimensions, the message will be received. So come down and sign the card.
Don't know if you all are ready for this, but often our Unitarians don't talk, but this time we have two who want to talk. So.
And we are ready.
Hi, my name is Grayson, and today we learned on imagination and how imagination is really important and how it can be in all kinds.
Hi, my name is Linnea, and what I put for the card is that my dad doesn't have a superpower because everything he does is a superpower.
How wonderful. We're going to stand and sing, Let There Be Peace on Earth, our intention to lift every voice, to know that truth. Yes, let there be peace on earth. Let every voice rise. We're going to join together in our unity prayer. Please join us after the service downstairs for Connection Hour. We'd love to say hello and to greet you and to just simply have a conversation and break bread together. Let's close with this unity prayer. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is swell. And our kids make it swell. All right, please know there's sign-up sheets, and we're going to sing our youth out.
I'm gonna move to the light. I'm gonna speak of the light. I'm gonna sing with the light. I'm gonna dance in the light. When I choose to remember that Spirit is all, I rejoice and give praise and shine in the light. I'm gonna move to the light. I'm gonna speak of the light. I'm gonna sing with the light.